Hi guys, welcome to Simply Iced. Today I'm going to show you how I made this butterfly cake. The things you will need are 2 unleavened 9-inch cakes. I'm using a boxed white cake mix and I dyed them orange. Some candy melts or any type of tempered chocolate. I'm using this brand because I like it and it tastes good. An offset spatula, a straight spatula, knives for carving. I made 2 batches of buttercream, dyed most of it orange, about 1/4 cup black, and kept 3 tablespoons white. I also printed out half of a butterfly wing to help me when I draw on the details later. And I printed out part of the body so I can use that for a size reference. Now I'm going to cut my cakes in half right in the middle, and about 2.5 inches from the bottom I'm going to cut a 1.5 inch triangle out. You can just set those aside or eat them, and you can just place those cakes side by side, and this is what you have. I went ahead and did the same thing to the other cake and stacked them. And now I'm just going to round out these edges to make it more like a butterfly shape. It's looking better now, more like a butterfly now that I've rounded the edges. And now we're going to fill it, crumb coat it, and finish frosting the cake. I started to have a little trouble here with the crumb coat because the cake was really crumbly, as you can see. I'm not sure if that was because it was a box cake or because my icing was too thick, but either way it was falling apart and I tried to do my best to fix it. I've chilled my cake and finished frosting it and smoothed it out as best I could. And I put my black buttercream in a ziploc bag and snipped off the edge. And I'm just going to trace out the edge of the butterfly wing. I'm just freehanding this, or you can trace it on with a toothpick. And then I'm just going to go back and fill in all that space. I started to smooth it out with a toothpick just to get it close to the edge and so I didn't smudge it too much. But then I decided to go in with my straight spatula and gently push it around to smooth it down so we can get rid of those lines. And did the other side, and now I'm just going to freehand the little lines that are on the butterfly's wing. I actually messed up on this part, so I would suggest either tracing it or trying to make a template for it, or just go ahead and freehand it if you can make it more symmetrical than I did, and then just smooth that out with your spatula. And finish the bottom of the first wing and the top of the second wing, and now I'm just going to finish drawing the bottom of that wing. And this is what you get when you're done with that. And now I've put my white buttercream in a bag and I snipped off the end again. And I'm just going to put the little dots that are on the side of the wing. My buttercream was still a little too cold when I started this, so I ended up having to use a toothpick to help me place the dots on the wing. If your buttercream is warm enough, you won't have this problem. By the time I got to the second wing, it was doing just fine. the body, I'm going to take my chocolate. This is just like candy melts, except it tastes a little better, so I like using this brand. And we're just going to melt that down, and I've taped the butterfly body down to my counter, and I'm going to take a piece of parchment paper and tape that down as well. Place my chocolate in a little baggie, and I'm just going to snip off the edge of that as well, and I'm just going to draw out the body. I started to draw out the antenna as well, but the hole I cut was too big, so I just decided to take a toothpick and draw it on. And once you're finished with that, you can either leave it on the counter to harden at room temperature or throw it in the freezer. I threw it in the freezer just because I was in a little bit of a hurry. And that's it. Once it's hardened, you can put it on the butterfly and take it out to serve. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, hit that like button and be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Bye bye!